Hey guys, UberPwnChatot here, and welcome back for some more Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. So we're still kind of going through the first world, which is mostly just all tutorial stuff. I'm actually going to replace the cherry bomb and show off the chomper. Although, as I said previously in the last episode, I accidentally said purposely. I personally don't find it useful really much at all, especially for its price point. So yeah, I don't really recommend using it unless you're like an experienced player and you are using it for like a certain reason. Cause like later in the game, there's like these things called gargantuars, and they're like ginormous zombies. That's one thing that these are actually kind of useful for, but that's for a later time. So. Well, right now I'll show it off at some point at like the wave. So, for some reason the last episode didn't render in like 720p, which is kind of crappy, and I didn't feel like rendering it all over again. And I was actually trying to, and then I couldn't find the original file, so I couldn't. So then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just whatever. But also suddenly in the second episode, the right mic problem that I was talking about actually was fixed randomly. I don't know why, but I don't know if it's like back to not working again in this video. I'll have to check. But yeah, I don't know. It was really weird. Actually, maybe it had something to do with the fact that, like I said, it didn't actually render in HD. And with that being said, maybe it like did a single audio instead of having left and right audio like split individually. Maybe it just like thought of it as one audio piece that went through left and right, if that makes sense for people. I don't know. So yeah, but alright, I guess I'll use Chomper on this guy just to show you guys what happens here. Okay, so that's basically what he does, and he's got the arm hanging out of like his mouth, and when that happens, like I said, he'll just keep that in his mouth for a while, and then if another zombie tries to come up to him, they'll just start eating the plant, and it'll go away if they eat him. And then, yeah, and the thing about that is, like, you just have to pretty much wait for him to swallow the, like, arm, and then he'll be able to eat another zombie. So, yeah. So you want to keep those protected if you do use them. Okay, I need to turn my volume down a little bit so I can actually hear myself. So, if you're watching this in the future, which you probably are because so far I've gotten not that many views, please, even if you're not watching in the future and you are actually watching in the present time, please comment. I would really appreciate it, and I'll respond to every comment. So yeah, please comment giving me any feedback, whether you like the video or whether you don't like the video. Tell me. And I didn't even realize that he swallowed the arm, but whatever. So in the last episode I was talking about Smash Bros, so I think I'm gonna go back to that conversation because I'm not really sure what to talk about right now. So yeah, I can't remember exactly what I was saying exactly, but I'll start off by saying that just a little something that kind of bugs me with Smash 4 is they announced a while back, I don't know if they're actually keeping to this statement, but they announced like a while back that the game was just going to be called Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and that name is just dumb. Like, I don't like that at all. Like, I mean, I know it's nothing major, like gameplay or anything, like it doesn't change really much of anything, but like, I just, like, Melee and Brawl, those are pretty cool names, and like whenever I'm talking to my friends, I'll be like, hey, wanna Brawl, and that's like what we like say it as. Like, we don't say like, hey, wanna play Smash Bros usually, we just say like, hey, wanna Brawl. And yeah, so this is a repeater. It's the same thing as a pea shooter, like a standard pea shooter, except it fires 2 peas at a time. Now, you could ask what is the difference between this and just having a normal pea shooter. Well, one, instead of like having, basically this is just a 2-in-1, so it's kind of hard to explain. So basically what this does, I'll show off in a minute here. So now we're to the point where we have enough plants to the fact where we have to start picking and choosing which ones we actually like and which ones will work with the zombies that we have. And we will be able to buy more plant slots. You can have a max of 10 in the future. And yeah, we actually get our first one, like our first extra slot, pretty early. So yeah, but basically the advantages to having a repeater instead of a pea shooter is that basically the pea shooter shoots 2 peas at a time. So like instead of having like 3 or like instead of having like 4 like boxes of pea shooters, you could just have 2 repeaters, and that would give you 2 more space for more plants, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's when you get into later levels, it'll basically be required to have repeaters, because you won't really be able to do some levels and stuff with just pea shooters, because even if you get like 5 pea shooters, that may not be enough. If you have like 5 repeaters, that's so much damage, that's double the damage. So yeah, because you're not limited as much with space, because like every single square is double. I don't know how to explain that well, but I'll try to show it a little bit visually once I'm able to place one down. So I usually just place like one whole like line of column, I guess you could say, of sunflowers, which I think is the best way to do it. Something that I don't suggest you do is just be organized. If you're gonna play this game, don't just like place things randomly in spots. Just make everything the same, because that's really the best way to do it. Well, not always necessarily. If you know what you're doing, then it's okay sometimes, but this guy, you know, I'll let him get past, because well, I mean, there's not really anything I can do about it anyways. It's kind of too late. But this will show off with the lawnmowers too. And yeah, if there were other zombies in this row, then it would have killed them all. And yeah, so now if any zombie gets past this, I lose the level, because they get into your house and they eat your brains, and that's not good, because you want your brains. And zombies like brains, so I mean, hey, you lose, they win. But right now we're winning and they're losing, because we don't like zombies, because they like our brains. Okay, so now I have enough to place down a repeater, so I'll kind of show the significance of this. It's a little bit hard to tell since there's the pea shooter shooting behind it, but as you can see, this is shooting 2 peas at a time. And yeah, so it's really nice to have those as well as like snow peas. Usually a lot of the time what I'll do is just place like rows of pea shooters, and then eventually once I get enough sun, I'll just remove them all with the shovel and then upgrade them to repeaters. And there are actually like upgrades to plants, but that's not until like a long time, so I forget when those are actually introduced. Pretty sure it's not for quite a while though. Well, not till like far late in the game. Sometimes, if it does get a little bit hectic, you may need to just kind of place things wherever. So that was pretty dumb. I should have placed that in this row, but it's fine. If I can get this guy to die before. Alright, yeah, he'll be fine. He just needs a few more hits, and he's dead. 1 more hit, 2 more hits. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's done. He's dead. He's dead. No, he's not. I lied. I could have just let him go, but meh. Alright, I gotta realize that things are actually picking up a little bit. because I'm just kind of taking this so smoothly because I'm thinking it's gonna be super easy just because, you know, it's so early in the game still. But it is actually starting to pick up a little bit, so I gotta kind of keep up with the game. Usually I wouldn't place walnuts this far back. Personally, I leave 2 spaces and then I place walnuts and then put all my plants behind them. So, like this. The walnuts will take a really long time to recharge, but they're only 50 suns, so. I love how I said, like, don't be messy with your placing, but then I kind of screwed up my placing, so I kind of, like, rejected what I said myself. But I don't normally do that. I mean, it's not as bad because, like, I have one of everything placed in each row, so it doesn't really make a difference. The reason that I say, like, to make an order and everything is just because that way certain plants get eaten first. Like how I was saying, like, it's best to have, like, the snow peaters behind the pea shooters. I said that last episode. And the reasoning for that is because if you, like, see now my repeaters 8 is gone. But if my pea shooter was actually in front, that would have been the one to be gone. And that one is less sun, so if it gets lost, it's not as big of a deal. And not only that, but the other one does more damage, so if you lose, you don't want to lose the one that does more damage versus the one that does less damage. So, I mean, basically what I'm saying is, if you're gonna lose one, you'd rather it be the worst plant than the best plant. So that's why you put the best ones behind all the other good ones. The reason, like I said in the last episode, that I don't really use the snow peas as much as I used to, it's because I mostly use them during the beginning, more towards the game, but I don't really use them as much towards later parts of the game, because there becomes, like, something that is more important to me than the, or not even more important, more helpful, I think, than the snow peas. But that we'll get into later, once we get there. Hello, we are about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. They'll do, like, little things like this every so often. They're pretty funny. Basically, that means, I think that... Oh, well, no, never mind. Okay, I was thinking something, but never mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think when they do that, that means it's like a mini-game. And actually, right now, this is... Okay. This is, it's another walnut bowling. But, wait, no it's not. No, it's not. Okay, let's restart, because I was thinking it's walnut bowling, and then I realized it's not because I'm stupid. Why are so many people just randomly getting into games? Maybe my internet got disconnected or something, and it just reconnected. But, whatever. Oh my god, there's so many people getting into games right now. No, these are different. These are just, like, normal levels, except they're, like, they give you, items on, like, this, like, grocery store scale thing. And, yeah. Why did I place this in the... whatever. Not that it matters as much with these levels, because you get so much stuff anyways, that it's not going to really matter as much with the placement. Like, these levels will get really hectic, and the placement really doesn't matter as much of where you place your plants, because you get just so much stuff that it doesn't really matter. You just want one of everything basically in each row, and that's all that matters. I usually try to keep like save the cherry bombs as much as I can for like later levels and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't think these potato mines were actually gonna get put to use, so whatever. I mean, look, we just get so much stuff, so... Might as well start, like, double layering everything. Crazy. Just to speed things up a little bit. Why is it doing that? Why does it keep doing that? Really? So many people hopping into games. I guess it's like what I was saying, that it's probably just like it's internet or something, I don't know. 'Cause my internet's been being a little weird, so. I was hoping that the Chomper would save his bite. That's cool. Dude, you don't even stand a chance. Just trying to save a little bit of space in my inventory. At this point, I'm really not going to place any more pea shooters because there's no point. I'm pretty much just going to remove all the chompers, and then place pea shooters. But like I'm saying, I'm just going to, if I get a pea shooter, I'm not actually going to use it because I'm just going to, not until, like, I actually, get, like, repeaters, because, yeah, and then if I get a repeater, then I'll just remove a pea shooter and turn it into a repeater. Not that it really matters at this point, because we just are wrecking, so, now it's, yeah. Pick a pea shooter, any pea shooter. Because why the fuck not? Okay. And bam. Okay, so this basically, that was the end of the first world. So we got a new plant, and it's Puff Shroom. So it shoots short-range spores at the enemy, and you'll actually notice that it's 0 sun, so it's free. So that sounds kind of crazy, but it's not that good of a plant. And you'll see why soon that those, for the reasoning that would be free. Once we get into the next episode, which is when we were going to be going to the night levels, and yeah, those are, it gets a lot harder. But anyways, this is UberPwnChatot signing out, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys. Wait, I don't know if I should say see you guys later or talk to you guys later. It seems more sense to say. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, bye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.